what Solo Sikoa and his rogue bloodline did to me. But I also know better than to let personal feelings hinder your professional endeavors. So with that being said, since his arrival at Clash at the Castle in 2022, Solo Sikoa has consistently been involved in WWE's biggest moments and biggest matches. He's been victorious in War Games. He's repeatedly enforced the Bloodline's will to maintain Roman Reigns' status as undisputed WWE Universal Heavyweight Champion.
I brought Solo in as an insurance policy. Solo was here to protect me. Solo was here to maintain the Promised Land. He's violent. He's strong, he's fast, he's all those things. And he betrayed me. Any man who would betray me must be a very dangerous man.
Solo defeated John Cena. Solo elected to betray your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, in an attempt to bestow upon himself the title of tribal chief. When I refused to acknowledge Solo as my tribal chief, you are not my tribal. He, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and Jacob Fatu put me through a table in Madison Square Garden. And that led to opportunities to compete for the undisputed WWE Heavyweight Championship. It's led to more visibility with Solo's rogue bloodline ruling over SmackDown. Every choice Solo made only furthered his standing in WWE. He has the bloodlust of the wild Samoans, the brutality of his cousin Yokozuna, and the single-minded focus of Roman Reigns, all rolled into one. There is no question. The future is his for the taking, and that he will be champion many times over, and that he may set records of his own before it's all said and done. Few men have so quickly served notice to all of WWE in the manner that Solo Sikoa has done. Whether you want to acknowledge him or not is irrelevant. One way or another, Solo Sikoa forces you to do just that, or you will suffer severe consequences. One by one, each and every single superstar on the WWE roster is going to find that out. Solo will make sure of it. I, of course, will simply await any and every opportunity for your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, to teach Solo some manners. Until that happens, though, we are taking you back to the one-year anniversary special for NXT 2.0, which saw then North American champion Carmelo Hayes, and indeed, he is him, issue an open challenge. Unfortunately for the future superstar, it was to be answered by Solo Sikoa, and things went as well for Hayes as you can probably guess. Showcase the unrelenting fury that has made Solo Sikoa nearly unstoppable, and defeat Carmelo Hayes to earn Solo his first championship victory. It won't be easy against Carmelo, especially when he has Trick Williams watching his back. And if you make one mistake against the champ, he'll take his shot and most likely hit nothing but net.
Here comes the A-Champ.
The following contest scheduled for one fall is for the NXT North American Championship. Accompanied by Trick Williams, he is the NXT North American Champion, Carmelo Hayes.
Mello and Trick looking so pleased with themselves after attacking Wesley.
NXT 2.0 celebrating its first anniversary, all thanks to amazing talent like this man.
Hayes has a look right now. He probably thinks he's getting the night off and another day on his North American title reign.
Well, after what Mello and Trick just did to Wesley, who's going to have the guts to step up and take Lee's place?
What? This place is shaking!
We never thought we'd see Sikoa again.
His opponent from Las Vegas, Nevada, weighing in at 250 pounds, Solo Sikoa!
And Solo is dressed to fight, too. I really didn't think we'd see him again.
We saw him at Clash at the Castle 10 days ago where he cost Drew McIntyre the WWE Universal Championship.
Well, as far as I'm personally concerned, Sikoa isn't welcome around here. Mello needs the night off.
Well, Mello talks about wearing the biggest crown in the WWE, but it's Sikoa who sits at the biggest table in WWE.
Well, he wasn't exactly invited to sit at this table now, was he?
We said to expect the unexpected. Is this title match going to happen?
Now, this is a surprise. Carmelo Hayes seemingly had no challenger for his North American title, but Solo Sikoa just showed up here and said, I got next.
Thank goodness, Mello had an opponent chosen by the NXT Universe as they voted for Wesley. But Mello and Trick brutally attacked Lee backstage. Now we're being spared a Mello-bration and getting a real match.
And I would have never expected Sikoa to show up. He just joined the Bloodline on SmackDown, and now he's in the main event of NXT. Can the Bloodline get even more gold tonight?
Gotta be a tough situation for Carmelo Hayes here. He's up against an opponent he could never have planned for.
Oh, but there's a clear strategy, Cole. Solo Sikoa has an injury to his left knee. Solo had a brutal Falls Count Anywhere match last month here in NXT, and he just faced Drew McIntyre on SmackDown just a few days ago.
Yeah, it's very unlikely that Solo's knee is 100% today. Mello needs to
looking to end this.
The schoolboy! The challenger is going for it. He's got something else in mind, I guess. Still fighting back. Look at him go.
Oh, walloped by a huge club.
You got to imagine that Roman Reigns, the Usos, even Paul Heyman are watching this match closely right now.
Oh, absolutely, Cole. We're talking about the man who has held the WWE Undisputed Universal Championship for 744 days. And the Undisputed Tag Team Champions, the Usos, who have held those titles for 422 days.
Record-breaking reigns of both singles and tag team competition. If Solo captures the North American title tonight, who knows how long he'll keep it for?
Oh, no! Stun gun! Carmelo showing that he's not phased. Surprised or not, he's ready for Sikoa.
He's waiting for him to rise to deliver something devastating.
Up high!
Wow! Cross! The champion doing everything to retain here.
He forces a break before the count of two.
He's far from finished.
Misses the target. Strong words from Carmelo Hayes before this match saying, quote, heavy is the head that wears the crown, and Mello
said crown, but he's face to face with a man who has a seat at the biggest table in WWE.
Well, both men have earned their status thus far, that's for sure.
One step ahead there.
Heading back to the ring.
Samoan drop. Oh, jeez. Nasty kick to the face.
Massive miscalculation on that one. Brutal club.
Did you see Melo's reaction when Sikoa's music hit? Hayes looked like he saw a ghost.
Solo's been saying he got next for the North American Championship, but that was a long time ago. Melo thought Sikoa was
Rearing way back.
boom! Samoan spike.
The challenger might have what it takes to win this.
What the? Sikoa is the new champion.
Here is your winner, and new NXT North American Champion, Solo Sikoa!
Solo is your new champion. It is the North American title now.
I ain't doing this one. We can have all the fun we want with these video games and this showcase and these fantasy matchups like Offensica versus Bubba Ray and Diva. I'm not doing shtick about Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. That's a little too volatile. And it's way too personal for Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins came up together in the Shield. And Seth Rollins took it upon himself to disband the Shield by blindsiding Roman Reigns with a chair. At WrestleMania 31, Roman Reigns, in the main event of WrestleMania, was about to win the WWE title when Seth Rollins cashed in Money in the Bank and stole the main event, the match, and the title from Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns lost the Undisputed Championship after almost 4 years, the greatest title reign of all time, to Cody Rhodes. Not because Cody Rhodes was the better man, but because Seth Rollins was right there. And the seduction, the bloodlust that Roman Reigns had for that moment of revenge was too much for Roman Reigns to give up. And for the first time in Roman Reigns' life, he took his eye off the ball for that much time and smashed Seth Rollins with a chair, the same way Seth did a decade earlier to Roman. And that moment gave Cody Rhodes all he needed to end the most historic title reign in WWE history. I'm supposed to do shtick about Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins for a showcase? I mean, it's smart, because the next time Roman Reigns steps into the ring with Seth Rollins will be the last time Seth Rollins steps into a ring. Next time Roman Reigns gets his hands on Seth Rollins, you won't have your architect anymore. You won't have your visionary anymore. You won't have your revolutionary anymore. You will have your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, but you'll never again have Seth freaking Rollins. Roman Reigns will put an end to Seth Rollins in WWE. And then the only way you'll ever be able to see Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins will be in the WWE 2K25 showcase. Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins from the 2022 Royal Rumble. And that's not a prediction. That's a spoiler.
The big question as we kick off Royal Rumble, will Roman survive tonight?
Well, the man who's walking down the aisle here in front of 44,000 plus is the greatest champion of all time, transcending the business. And tonight, it's personal. For 17 months, Roman Reigns has dominated everyone. And luckily for Roman, he's had a special counsel and his cousins to help him keep cool, keep focused, and concentrate on the business at hand.
Now Paul Heyman is gone, and the Usos are barred from ringside. And without those calming forces, Corey, cracks started to form last night in Roman's armor.
No telling how Roman's going to handle things on his own. It's been years since he competed on his own. But that's the situation we're seeing right now for the Tribal Chief. In recent weeks, Seth Rollins touched on the one thing that Roman Reigns has not been able to get over: the dissolution of the Shield at the hands of Seth Rollins.
Roman Reigns is a loyal man, a family man, and what Seth Rollins did to his family was cowardly in the eyes of the head of the table, the Tribal Chief, the man who is blessed by the gods of sports entertainment.
Corey, on SmackDown last night, we saw one thing that we haven't seen out of Roman Reigns. We saw Roman Reigns lose his cool.
Look at this. Even more mind games from Rollins. As we heard that music pop right there, the Shield, you can't help but have a little nostalgia. You can't help but think back to the glory days of when the Shield would go to town, beating everybody down.
Until that man right there, Seth freaking Rollins, decided to tear it apart.
Seth Rollins says he knows Roman Reigns so well. He knows how to prey on the insecurities of the Universal Champion. He knew there was one thing that Reigns will never get over, and that is that Seth Rollins chose to end the Shield.
The infamous blow to the back of Roman Reigns with a steel chair many years ago, which broke up perhaps the greatest faction in WWE history. Well, tonight, Rollins will use that to get in the head of the champ and win the Universal title.
The following contest, scheduled for one fall, is for the Universal Championship. Introducing the challenger from Davenport, Iowa, weighing in at 217 pounds, Seth freaking Rollins. And his opponent from Pensacola, Florida, weighing in at 265 pounds, he is the Universal Champion, Roman Reigns.
It's been interesting watching Reigns throughout these introductions, muttering to himself at times. Honestly, Rollins seems to be in Roman's head. The Royal Rumble Premium Live event kicks off with a match between two former brothers. Roman Reigns in his record 516-day reign as Universal Champion versus Seth Rollins, donned in the old gear that they used to wear in the Shield.
Rollins looks very comfortable in that tactical vest yet again.
But he's even more comfortable inside the head of the tribal chief. We haven't seen Roman with this type of look, this type of confusion in 500-plus days.
Roman certainly seems out of his comfort zone right now, guys.
Reigns and his comfort zone aren't even in the same zip code tonight, Cole. Unless he can snap out of it fast, he's going to make a mistake that Rollins will capitalize on.
Even before Seth put his gear on, he came into this match with a clear-cut advantage.
You're right, Cole. 1 week ago on SmackDown... Oh, Rollins! Here comes Seth! Sling blade!
Rollins in complete control.
Looks like he's coming back in.
All the way up for a suplex. No. Wiggles free. From behind. Chop block. Good golly, Miss Molly.
And there's a takedown.
Oof.
And the wise man, Paul Heyman, will be at ringside for a championship match tonight, just not this one.
And that's just sickening to me, Cole. Reigns had just cause for firing the wall.
This could do it.
2 count. Launches the shoulder up in time.
Only had a little room to get the shoulder up and somehow did. Well, I think we know it wrong. The challenger comes up big. Makes the cover. We did it. Rollins wins the title.
Here is your winner.
The Royal Rumble Premium Live event kicks off with a match between two former brothers. Roman Reigns in his record 516-day reign as Universal Champion versus Seth Rollins, donned in the old gear that they used to wear in the Shield.
Rollins looks very comfortable in that tactical vest yet again.
But he's even more comfortable inside the head of the Tribal Chief. We haven't seen Roman with this type of look, this type of confusion in 500-plus days. Rollins making perfectly clear who the visionary is in this match.
No escape from these punches. And the wise man, Paul Heyman, will be at ringside for a championship match tonight, just not this one.
And that's just sickening to me, Cole. Reigns had just cause for firing the wise man, and now Paul's right back with his old client. Heyman has zero loyalty to the bloodline.
Okay, Corey, did you forget the fact that Roman attacked Heyman? Anyway, Reigns just needs to forget all of that tonight. Rollins is already playing next-level mind games in this match. Reigns cannot let Paul Heyman's actions affect him. Rollins dodges in the nick of time.
Roman Reigns focusing that anger, using it to get the advantage over Seth Rollins.
He averts the offense.
Even before Seth put his gear on, he came into this match with a clear-cut advantage.
You're right, Cole. 1 week ago on SmackDown, Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens defeated the Usos. As a result, Jimmy and Jay are barred from ringside.
It was an all-or-nothing move, as Rollins would have lost his title opportunity had that match gone the other way. It just proves that Seth freaking Rollins will take...
And Reigns retains the title.
I'm the last guy to knock a revolution. I've led a few of those, you know. I admire revolutionaries. I respect evolutionaries. They are the lifeblood of the bloodline. So when Solo Sikoa seized the moment and became the tribal chief in Roman Reigns' absence, I didn't like it. I don't even think I respected it. But something deep down in me admired it. That took some forward thinking. I'm the chief now! Now we all know what happened when the OG bloodline, led by Roman Reigns, faced the new rogue bloodline, led by Solo Sikoa, in the War Games. But there was a discussion here while planning the WWE 2K25 showcase that has me, your wise man, admittedly a little intrigued. What if War Games was limited to only OG bloodline, no honorary uses, versus Solo's rogue bloodline, no honorary uses? It's 4-on-4 Roman Reigns. The Usos, Sami Zayn, versus Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and the most dangerous new competitor WWE has ever seen, the Samoan werewolf Jacob Fatu. What happens then? This is your moment to determine who is the real bloodline. This is your moment to determine who is the only bloodline. This is where the bloodline's legacy and the bloodline's future is in your hands.
The following contest is the men's War Games match. The rules of the match are as follows. 2 teams will be contained in separate cages, with 1 member of each team starting the match. At regular intervals, alternating members from each team will be released to enter the match. The team with the advantage will be the first to have a member released into the match. Once all competitors have entered, War Games officially begins! The match can be won by pinfall or submission. Exiting the cage will result in a forfeit. And now, let the War Games begin!
The bloodline is in chaos. This wrestling dynasty is on the brink of collapse.
This conflict goes far beyond acknowledgement, Michael. This man and the original bloodline are fighting for their livelihood.
Introducing first, from San Francisco, California, weighing in at 242 pounds, main event, Jay Uso!
This man and the rest of the original bloodline is under attack. The new bloodline will do whatever it takes to wipe out the old guard.
But this man and the rest of his crew will not go down without a fight. This is a power struggle that could not be contained by a traditional 20-by-20 ring. He's ready to bring the heavy fire to the new bloodline.
The original bloodline was created with the wisdom of the elders, but this man and the new bloodline are destroying what was built.
Well, this conflict was unfathomable until now. The new bloodline is ready to hunt.
And from Sacramento, California, weighing in at 285 pounds, the Samoan werewolf, Jacob.
The new bloodline does not live by a code. They do not act with honor. This man says the OG bloodline will suffer the consequences of their disloyalty.
We are looking at a heavy hitter with pure malice in his eyes.
And he's looking to make his name at the expense of the old guard of the bloodline.
The OG bloodline have never faced a threat like this.
The island of relevancy is no more. The OG bloodline is fighting bloodthirsty savages who will feast on whatever they can.
There will be no hesitation in pulling the trigger, and the OGs have got to match that ferocity.
And gentlemen, it is time for Bloodline War Games. Roman Reigns, the Usos, and Sami Zayn versus Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and Jacob Fatu.
Both of these sides have a deep and abiding hatred for one another. Solo felt he was held down. His crew never called up during Roman's time as the tribal chief.
But most of the men on Roman's side were unceremoniously removed from the bloodline courtesy of Solo Sikoa. And those who weren't have faced continued attacks from the new bloodline.
And the winners tonight are very likely to be considered the true bloodline by the WWE Universe. Let's see who comes out on top tonight. I think tonight is going to be a breakout performance for Jacob Fatu. So much raw talent in that young man.
Every bloodline member, new and old, is a generational athlete. But Jacob seems to be a step ahead of every one of these men at times.
Many already believe Jacob can take the mantle as the leader of the bloodline. If he's the one to earn the victory tonight, this time as the tribal chief may come sooner than anyone thinks.
A lot to prove from the new bloodline tonight. Gentlemen, do you think they can do it?
Absolutely, Cole. Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, Tonga Loa, and Tama Tonga have been competing on a different level as of late.
They have won some major matches and earned titles too, but I worry they might not be as ready for War Games as Roman's crew. There's a lot more big match experience in general on Roman's side.
No, that may be true, but Solo's side has youth and a devil-may-care attitude that can work out tremendously inside War Games. I expect Solo's side to go all out here inside this sadistic structure.
He's already bringing the numbers advantage, but he wants something more. Oh, and he stops that offense. If there's one man here with the most to prove, it's got to be Tonga Loa.
We've often seen that the man with the most to prove ends up being the difference maker in War Games.
Many folks think Tonga Loa is just a foot soldier for Solo. But let's not forget, this man is the son of Haku. Just like his father, Tonga Loa truly excels in a brawl. And there is no bigger brawl than War Games.
Bam! Really just laying it in.
Evades the attack.
Bad spot for him to be in here, guys.
Right to the gut. Boom!
It pulls off the reversal. Quick thinking that time.
Spam!
OG Bloodline leader Roman Reigns has so much on the line in this one, guys.
Oh, absolutely, Michael. Solo Sikoa took his spot at the head of the table. He says he's the new tribal chief.
And that is Roman's legacy. Those names, this group, they mean something. But the bloodline represents all that Roman has built in his career. And he needs to take it back tonight.
This War Games just got Lucy. Zayn joining the original bloodline side.
These two have learned each other so well.
All right, fight. Jay back.
One counter met by another.
Solo Sikoa's group at a decided disadvantage. His side has less experience inside this structure.
But look at how young and hungry Team Solo is. In particular, Tama Tonga is a real wild card. He's like a hyena locked in a cage with a bunch of raw meat.
I even asked Tama backstage if he was looking forward to this match, and he just said to me,
Great journalism there, Mike.
Old bloodline, new bloodline. Both sides engaging in a brutal battle.
every one of these men is fought.
Jacob's planning something here.
And looking at Jacob too.
Oh, what a DDT. Did Jacob Fatu get enough of it?
To the abdomen.
Got to be a bit tough for Jay to stand up amongst this team. Some close allies, but some enemies he's yet to forgive.
We've seen the wars that Jay has waged with his cousin Roman, with his brother Jimmy, but he needs to put that aside tonight.
And Jay has the title wins and big victories that earned him the main event moniker. But if he's the one to put away the new bloodline, he will truly be the main event of War Games.
And I don't like it, but War Games at a one-sided brawl is on.
Both wrists captured.
Man, knee strike. Look at Jay, his lights off.
And guys, this is what War Games is all about. Both bloodlines leaving it all in the ring.
The old guard and new school trading their biggest shots in one of the most dangerous environments in all of WWE.
Solo Sikoa, leader of the new bloodline, has called himself the head of the table. Called himself the tribal chief.
And when he asked the WWE Universe to acknowledge him, we're hearing more and more of the crowd agree.
Well, Solo has grown in power with big wins and title reigns, but this is his biggest test yet. If his crew can defeat Roman's, Sikoa will be everything he says he is and more.
It's starting to take their toll on him a little.
Yeah, that's the kind of offense that opens people's eyes to Jacob Fatu.
Oh, what a kick. From the middle rope. Oh, what a splash. Things will get back to an even playing field with the next entrant. Oh, my goodness. Sami Zayn grew so much as a member of the bloodline. Now looking at Jay.
Jay can seal it here.
There's the buzzer, and Jimmy Uso is looking for revenge against the
went to war with his brother Jet, but the men who put Jimmy on the shelf for months stand across the ring. Jimmy's out for every member of Solo's squad tonight, and he'll deal with the rest of his fractured family later.
Oh, what a headbutt.
On the mark.
Suplex into the neck breaker. Counting down the seconds until this match becomes a bit lopsided.
And now the new tribal chief, Solo Sikoa, joining Bloodline War Games. And a stomp to the gut.
Things are no longer about to be even in this one, and he wants to make sure of that. Through the ring door and adding a bit of leverage to the situation.
This is not looking good for him.
He has been battered and beaten, and there's only so much more he can take. Watch out! That's going to keep Sikoa down.
Oh, what a kick.
Connects the fist to the face. Great counter.
Both athletes showing incredible reflexes here.
And Jimmy realizing he's not the only one in this match willing to do anything it takes.
You can almost feel the intensity coming from Tama Tonga on that attack. Able to stop that one.
That vicious streak of Jimmy Uso somewhat returning kind there. Sami Zayn with a big boot.
Zayn has this wrapped up.
Calculating the next move here.
Slides on the backside. Boom!
Attacking the knee. The next entrant incoming to even up the odds.
Carefully measuring, waiting to strike.
Crash landing.
And the tribal chief is now entering Bloodline War Games.
Oh, the knee takes a big hit.
Numbers about to even, but not before it brings in a little backup from the outside.
Textbook scoops on the middle.
Jimmy leaves an opening.
Both wrists captured. Jimmy with a call for alarm. Both wrists captured. Winding up.
Samoan spike.
Jay is out.
He's going for the pin. Looking for the pin. No, he gets the shoulder.
You got to question, how much is it worth? How much is it worth to continue through the act?
That's certainly ended it there.
Looking for a belly-to-back suplex into the neck breaker. Beautiful.
Jacob Spear. And now here's Jimmy Uso.
Can Jacob Fatu come back from that?
He has to be. Watch out!
Man. He's headed up. Might be going toward the top of this War Game structure. Uso.
Jimmy might have just finished things. Climbing up the War Game steel structure. Better be on the top.
Connects on the kick.
Heel kick. Zayn's looking weak in the knees. Could spell trouble. That's Sammy in a penny predicament. Kicks out after one.
All the punishment he's taken, and yet he's still in this match.
Direct headshot. Just sickening.
Roman Reigns in an unusual spot here, extremely vulnerable.
Here's the cover. Solo for the win.
That is what it takes to topple.
And Solo's team takes it.
All hail the true bloodline.
Here are your winners, Solo Sikoa, Tamatonga, Tonga Loa, and Jacob Fatu, the new Bloodline.
You want to know what version of the Bloodline is superior? Well, there's your answer. Solo's crew prevailed inside War Games.
These four men are true family. Each of them fought with that same bit of hunger and attitude we once saw in Roman's old crew. But now...
Okay, a little bit out of character for your wise man, but that was a little bit difficult for me to watch. Seeing this family splinter into two groups, fighting against each other, it breaks my dark heart. But they're all grown men, and you settled the issue. Now let's give Solo credit. Forming Team Solo was, of course, his usual backup of Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa, the sons of Haku, feared as one of the baddest men to ever walk planet Earth. Along with them, the Samoan werewolf, Jacob Fatu, son of Tama, also known as TK All Day, the Tonga Kid, another fearsome competitor from WWE's golden era. But did you know that Haku and Tama once comprised one of WWE's most impressive tag teams? Haku had been considered family by the Dynasty for years on end, and his teaming with Tama, brother of Rikishi, solidified this for eternity. The Islanders were a formidable test for any tag team in WWE in the late 1980s, competing against teams like the Hart Foundation and the British Bulldogs. Initially fan favorites, the two would embrace a more hard-nosed approach and even teamed up with WWE Hall of Famer Bobby the Brain Heenan, finding even more success. The team flawlessly merged aerial excellence, martial arts mastery, and some good old-fashioned Islander grit. Perhaps their most infamous moment saw them actually dog-nap Matilda, mascot of the British Bulldogs, showing that they were willing to do literally anything to throw opponents off their game. Both men are still revered today as two of the real legit tough guys in the industry, names that instill fear simply upon mention, and they absolutely taught their children well. Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa both loved to slowly brutalize an opponent in the traditional Haku style, while Jacob Fatu hurls his body at opponents from all angles with reckless abandon, much like Islander Tama in his TK All Day heyday. For their inclusion in the 2K25 showcase, we find the Islanders in a dream match, taking on another team that has mastered the air, ground fighting, and has their own brand of swag that keeps opponents guessing at all times. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about the Street Profits. Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins have put together one hell of a run in WWE, and the perennial tag team champions are going to find themselves in an unfamiliar setting, taking on Haku and Tama in a best 2 out of 3 falls match. Anyone can sneak a win out, but Haku and Tama often competed in this type of match to fully demonstrate the superiority to their opponents. And you can bet that they're out to do the same thing to Angelo and Tez. So get out there and showcase the tag team mastery that the Islanders used to terrorize their opponents. Lift your party cups and take one last sip for the Street Profits. And don't worry, no one will hold you responsible for the damage you and the Islanders caused them, because I assure you, the Islanders can handle the smoke.
It is time for the Street Profits to get themselves some of the Islanders.
Well, with all due respect to the smoke and the party cups, but AD and Tez need to up their game. This could be the Profits' night, but it's not going to be easy.
The Profits possess tremendous athleticism. but so do the Islanders. And let's not forget, the Islanders have Bobby Heenan in their corner.
The following contest is a 2 out of 3 falls match. On their way to the ring, at a combined weight of 492 pounds, Mountain Boy.
The Street Profits had better be ready for what's coming.
Taz and Dawkins have to be ready to deal with any shortcut the Islanders can find.
And their opponents, accompanied by Bobby Heenan, at a combined weight.
The Islanders versus the Street Profits in a best-of-3 falls match. This matchup represents two teams who want to rule the tag team division and have sharpened their offensive arsenals so one move can put away any opponent.
The Street Profits swag levels are at an all-time high, and they told the Islanders they want the smoke.
Look, this is the best Street Profits we've ever seen, but the Islanders are...
One of the most unpredictable matches in the WWE is about to unfold before us.
There's an added level of uncertainty when someone you butt heads with takes on the officiating duties.
Sometimes you wonder if the ref is calling things fairly. This is a situation where we might have doubt.
Spectacular counter into a dragon screw.
Looks like he knew what was coming up.
Oh, God. Oh, my goodness.
Just punishing their opponent. Oh.
Uses the edge of the knee.
Savage stomp right to the arm. Oh. Strong kick. Ooh, what a nasty kick. Kicks to the cranium of their opponent.
I don't know if there's any ounce of professionalism in it. From the middle rope. Oh, what a splash. Rey Mysterio is in some serious trouble.
Rey's got to find a way to defend himself.
How can Rey Mysterio do what so few have been able to do and defeat Roman Reigns?
Rey needs to keep his foot on the gas pedal, maintain his lightning-fast pace to catch the Tribal Chief by surprise and score a quick upset.
And evades the attack.
Reigns with a Superman punch!
The unmitigated power of Roman Reigns in full effect.
And that's what
The Tribal Chief has it cinched in.
Roman Reigns with the Kermit Slinger.
It's hooked in deep. His body's overcome with...
That's it. That's a tap.
Here is your winner, Roman Reigns!
Lo potrei fare io l'arbitro, per favore? perché
The action is underway, and the big question is how good a job our special guest referee is going to do tonight. Hopefully the referee's handbook has been studied.
I think this is a fair and trustworthy superstar we've got acting as our official. I'm not expecting any funny business.
Well, you say that, but even guest referees with the best intentions can end up causing drama in the ring, intentional or not.
Ouch.
Big move. Mounting their downed opponent and firing off a series of blows. And a stomp to the gut.
He connects with a counter.
Oh! What a sweep.
Kick gets caught. That's the line.
Kneecap goes right into the face to halt the attack.
He's able to slip away from that.
Bulldog.
Showing off the quickness. That'll turn things around in a hurry.
Effective counter. Oh, ouch.
He looks like the kind of competitor that can take on all comers right now.
Oh, big boot. Ooh, he fends that off.
Dueling reversals.
Both wrists captured and, man, knee strike. The sheen is starting to wear off of him a bit now.
Right across the back of the neck. Off the ropes.
Sliding out of danger there.
Oh, connecting on the DDT. Saved by a leg sweep there.
And he's looking to the crowd for some much-needed support.
Takes their breath out. Effective counter.
Got it out of the way, but can he capitalize? Just taking the legs out.
Ooh, got caught with a punch to the face.
Got out of there at the perfect time.
Right to the kidneys from behind.
Rear European uppercut.
Big takedown right there. Everything's going his way right now.
He's giving it his all, that's for sure. Oh my gosh, what impact! Has him in the corner, thinking of the next move. Oh man! Intercepted the attack with a kick to the face. DDT!
Springboard, but nobody home.
Headed out to ringside now. What does he have planned? Will he get on with it already? This is a fight.
Oh, what a knee to the face. Oh my gosh.
And he's looking out of sorts now.
Sure, bodies are aching here, but I don't think the towel's getting thrown in. Bam! Super kick! He is looking to do some serious harm.
Dangerous knee on the button. What a way to get out of that one.
Hang on just a sec. He is getting rid of the turnbuckle pad. Don't say that too loud, Saxon. You might get caught. Lots of counters from each athlete. Impenetrable defense. Ouch! Up into the torture rack.
Feast your eyes. He created a huge opportunity here. Does the official not see him removing the turnbuckle pad?
Keep your voice down. Cinches up the arm in a series of boots.
No offense, but I'm going to have to say that a career in officiating is not in our referee's future after this match.
I don't know. I hear that pro football could use the help.
Really feeding off all of his faithful fans. He manages to slip out of the way.
Pulling the rug out from under him. Ooh!
Dodges away.
Ooh, that hurt right to the kidney.
Golly. Rear European uppercut.
And he's still able to be the aggressor there.
He has to be aiming to end this thing soon, if he can. Golly, that could do permanent damage.
He's taking a beating, but can he hold on?
He's just fumbled every offensive attack he's mounted.
Into a German suplex.
He avoids the contact.
Beautiful, sweet takedown. Oh, stomping away. Oh, great counter. Perfect position. Here we go. Great counter.
Now he's looking for some momentum.
Incredible opportunity if he can collect his bearings here. Oh, man. Ouch. No quarter being given by either competitor. You have to This one's going to be decided by the smallest of margins. Back elbow completely cuts them off. Destructive arm breaker.
Oh, and a rear super kick.
From behind, nasty.
Oh, vicious knee to the face.
Just mounted with punches and a stop to the gut too.
Oh, right to the gut.
Got out of the way that time.
Sweeps the leg.
And just in time, he gets out of there.
Talk about force. That'll give you whiplash.
Cuts it off.
Gets out of dodge.
Reversal after reversal. These two have counters for days.
Oh, has them in position. Here it comes. 619.
Launched into a frog splash. I don't know how you recover from that.
The ref calls it off. He's on the ropes. Oh, taken down with that one. It looks like, oh no, it's showing how they feel about the officiating. You can feel it. The place is rocking.
The WWE Universe making their feelings known.
Heading to ringside now.
This capacity crowd is sending him love, and he's sending it right back.
No, no, no. Oh, no, went big and pays for it.
Paying the price of treating your own body like a human crash test dummy.
Oh, my. Devastating impact to the back. Oh, Orton so evasive.
That's how you take an opponent down.
Rolled by a huge club.
Headed out of the ring, but the count is looming. Ooh.
Sentite, io che c'entro.
She's starting to feel the effects of this
Che
attack.
c'entro? Capite che vanno a dormire.
Is able to avoid heavy contact. Shows great wherewithal there.
Double knee. And enough is enough. Finally, the official puts an end to this.